Louisiana beer reviews. Boulevard Brewing's Bully Porter. Bully Porter is 5.2% alcohol. It has a 49 IBU rating. Uses 120 and 300 Cara malts, chocolate barley malt, pale barley malt, and wheat malt. As far as hops, it uses Athenum, Bravo, Cascade, Simcoe, and Tradition. It's a B+ on Beer Advocate. The Bros gave it a B, and it gets a 97 out of 100 on Rate Beer. You should watch Andy's beer reviews. He's right about this. Bully has nothing to do with a bulldog, really. It's an expression that Theodore Roosevelt used in the early 1900s, and it means something like, today we would say, oh, that's cool, that's neat. It was really just something that he came up with. It was one of these, he had a tendency to use odd terminology, and that's one of the things he said. And he called the office of the president, the bully pulpit. And we still hear that term today. Anyway, back to the beer. It's made in Kansas City, Missouri. I don't know when this particular recipe came out, but the company, Boulevard Brewing, came out in 1989, okay? I've never had this before. I bought it in a 12-pack, 2 of each type, a sampler pack, at HEB in the Woodlands, Texas. It's not sold in Louisiana. My neighbor across the street, she tried the first one I had, and she said it was good, so I don't know what to say. I've never had it, so I'll be open-minded. It's a twist cap, but it's not twisting. Okay. Couldn't get any traction. Alright. Oh, ooh, look at all that smoke. Ooh, ooh. I don't know if you can see it. Sometimes it doesn't show up on the video, but it's really smoking. It was really foaming. When Andy poured his, it almost overflowed, but this one was definitely going to overflow. All right, you get it's a pretty thick beige head and a very dark brown appearance. Under light, and the sun's about to go behind those trees, it's kind of reddish. These porters tend to have that ruby red hue under light. So it's a nice looking beer, porter. Well, let's go with the smell test. And I just thought about it. I didn't realize I was wearing Kansas City, and I didn't make the connection. Kansas City beer, Kansas City. Oh well, sometimes it works out. Let's see. Sweet, dark roasted malts, some coffee aromas. Maybe some dark prune type flavor notes. Now the taste. Dark roasted malts. There's a lot of bitterness, but it's not, you know, it's a 49 IBU, which is pretty bitter, but it's not really a hoppy, you don't really get a lot of hoppy bitterness like, say, with an IPA. It's just overall bitter, like if you went and bought some strong Louisiana RT coffee and chicory dark roast, and that's super dark roast, almost black coffee, and you put a lot of it in there and brewed it, it would be bitter, you know, but obviously it doesn't have hops in it. And this is bitter like that, like dark coffee or dark chocolate. The body is, well, it's sort of on the thick side. It's medium, it's at least medium to thick. The finish is sort of wet, delicious, smooth. Really is smooth. The drinkability is pretty high, I think. But I'm used to these kind of dark beers. How would I rate this? A. I'm going to say it's an A. It's excellent. Andy gave it two. He said it was a glass full, which would translate to excellent in A. I think if you can find it, it's not sold everywhere, just regionally. You should pick it up and give it a chance. It's not expensive. I think the 12 pack was about $13.99, something like that. And this may be the only one I ever have. So get a lot of good lacing around there. Look at that. It's really creamy, creamy, creamy. Yeah, this is fine. So I'm going to say, laissez le bon temps rouler. This is an excellent beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans and check out Andy's beer reviews.